What's poppin', family? Welcome back to another episode of Jerry Tries Trading. You guys are following me on my journey to becoming profitable at this day trading thing. With that being said, I've been MIA for a couple days rather, and I'm really just trying to figure out moving forward. I think I'm going to be posting less, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, but I want to kind of try and up the quality of the video or make it a little bit more educational, informative, whatever, but I'm still kind of grinding through that in my head, and I'm not exactly sure, what that means. I want to kind of have a schedule like Monday or Sunday we'll do, talk about some alerts. Wednesday we'll review the best trade of the day or the week so far, and then Friday we'll do a weekly review of the P&L or something like that. I just felt like it's getting kind of repetitive, going over and over my P&L every day. I'm making the same mistakes over and over, doing the same things, kind of well. So I just want to kind of switch it up and see if we can start to bring the whole picture together. There's multiple phases to this day trading thing as far as the process. First, you got to get the market right. Then you got to make sure you got the right stocks. And then it's about executing that trade, intraday, or if you swing it, whatever. So there's kind of 3 steps to that. And I really want to dig into executing these trades because I feel like I have a good grasp of how to pick these stocks. Every day I'm finding at least 1 or 2, sometimes it's way too many for me to even trade, that work out in how I think they're going to work out. So if I have the market direction right, if I find the right stock, now I just got to learn how to play these optimally. And so today, this is going to be kind of a first edition, first kind of try, pilot run. I'm going to go through just a couple stocks that I put on alert earlier or last week or last night, and we're going to see how they played out when the alert went off, and we're going to see, since it's hindsight, what the optimal play would have been on it, and then we're going to see if we could pick up on some patterns. Maybe we could play it better the next time we see it. And I'm not going to say whether or not I traded them, but we're just going to go through and see if we can see some patterns. And, I hope not to take too long. I want to make this about 10 minutes, so let's get into it. MRK came up on alert today. Break of all-time high / horizontal resistance. Go long. I'm looking for 1%. Zoom out. We see this high from back on November 4th. That is 91.40. This horizontal resistance here. We tested it here. Closed right above it here. And then on Friday, we had a little doji. So kind of just, sticking by this level here. So I set an alert for the break of this level. Let's look at the 5-minute. So we pretty much just gapped up over it and it went off on alert. Now, if I was paying attention, I don't know. I didn't trade this one. I'm not supposed to say that. But now we have to find the intraday entry. And so since we gapped up, this is the SPY overlay right here, this gray line. Big volume, gap up. But then we slowly drift down, so it's not like completely getting rejected. And then we end up holding the open, or this level right here. We held the gap. I think this is a good indication to go long. We held the gap. The candles weren't really organized. They weren't huge. It didn't retrace instantly, and we're not filling the gap. Could be a good chance to go long. But if I wanted to be more conservative, I could have waited for the break of VWAP, maybe a new high. That would be right here. And right here, I guess you start seeing the strength versus SPY. SPY's pulling back, stock's going up. So this could have been an entry here. This is also the same level from, that I just set from January. So break of this on above average volume. Pull back, retest, a little 3.8 retest. This could have been a good entry. Or if I want to be super conservative, I could have waited for a test of VWAP. But then at the same time, it might just never come back to VWAP. So that's a consideration. A couple chances to enter, pull back to the gap, go. And then if we did a 3.8 cross for exit, we would have got out right here. And so that is, conservatively 90.85 would be entry. And 91.30 or so. So that would be a 50-cent move right there if you take this first leg using 3-8 cross. But if we used maybe feeling like stochastic was getting extended at the peak here, we could have taken 91.75. So that's almost a dollar move right here. Which one's better? That's up to me in the moment. But this actually had 2 legs, or you could just keep holding it forever since, SPY found support here. Just let it take the stock away. So very interesting. I didn't trade this one, but in hindsight, obviously, it was a good alert. The alert worked as planned, broke the recent high, and then, I kind of messed up on not setting this high from January, but we ended up breaking through that and broke through that on nice volume. So I think this would be a nice entry, or even VWAP. But look how much this moved. I mean, if you played it, bounce off of VWAP, get in right here. 91.50 for simplicity. That's a $1.50 move right there. So the alert worked as intended. The setup was there. You just got to be able to trade it. If you get in on VWAP, this thing never even crossed 3.8. So this trade right here is when that cross will really save you. All right here, you could maybe be worried or maybe not, but you could have caught all this. So that's one trade. Damn, I took like 5 minutes on that. So I'm going to do one more. HSY. Let's look at the D1. And I had an alert set for this downward sloping trend line right here, this green dotted line. Green, if it crosses, it means go, baby. Let's get our cash. So it looks like we did break that on the D1. So it looks like the same story as MRK. We gapped up above the green algo line, retested it, kind of chilled around this level, broke it. So we would really, I don't think we could say this is the retest. We would have to find a different intraday entry. We broke it here again, but not really on decent volume. I guess this one's decent volume. But what would be confirmation here? I guess you would just have to buy stupid or wait for a pullback to VWAP. I would like the entry to be here at the level we set though. And right here, the volume isn't really a tell. And we're below VWAP, so we don't want to buy it. We filled the gap to the downside. Then we reclaimed it. This candle right here, confirmation above VWAP. Pull back to VWAP. One more test on VWAP. So I'm not sure what the optimal entry would be here. I think this is one of those cases where it's like, the stock is strong. It came up on alert, and you would just have to play it by ear with the price action. Right here was when the volume increased. Well, actually, this candle. So possibly right here on the break of this downward sloping trend line on the M5. Nice volume break through that. But then if I got in, I would be kind of disappointed that we're pulling back right away. We get a 3-8 cross. So maybe not that one. It would have to be on this second VWAP test. And that's, a little bit before SPY found support. But, interesting. What do you guys think? What's the optimal entry on this one? Or would you not even play this one because it's not that clean? All I know is that I set the alert, broke this downward sloping trend line on the D1, and it ended up being a really nice trade. We, like we did on the last one, fuck it. We didn't enter. Waited for confirmation. Maybe get in right here. 2 nice green big volume candles. 22743. Even if we damn, what a move. Get in right here. Confirmation of 3-8 cross. 227, we'll say 50. 22750. Damn. A little dollar move in 20 minutes. Consolidated a bit. So if we got in here and waited for a 3-8 cross, we're getting out at we're still taking a dollar move. Sheesh. But then if you feel like, oh, SPY's, going to keep it up or hold it up a little bit longer, this is hindsight, so easy to say. But I would feel like this big green candle is a great time to take profit. Or, even if right here you get a little scared, maybe I would have took profit right here, 228.35 compared to 22. So 80-cent move. These alerts are working as intended. You just got to be ready for it to play out. So, that's 2 stocks. I guess let me do one more since I've been gone. Hope you guys been keeping it green. Hope life ain't beating you down. Oxy, this one, super nice, super straightforward. I set an alert here for the break of this high, recent high. I mean, we've been testing this, this level right here. And then we broke that. Let's look at right in the morning. Yep, broke it right in the morning. Tons of volume. And then we start chilling. We start respecting kind of this high that we made earlier in the day, or right in the morning. 1, 2, basically 3 tests of VWAP. Where's our entry here? We never really get close to the level that we set the alert on, and we've seen this. I've seen this before. So our intraday entry would have to be a test of VWAP. Bam, reject VWAP. But what would be ideal? Obviously hindsight, you're like, oh, just get the 3rd test. But right here, volume's increasing. We're testing this level again. We break it, but just not quite enough to get through, so we pull back. I'm thinking right here on this increasing volume right here. Or if you get in right here, which I think makes most sense, you're making a new high for the day. This is 67.65. You would have to sit through here, and then you'd have a 3-8 cross. But then, you could use VWAP as your stop out point. And that's a good thing to figure out too, is, if there's a support level close enough, you don't really have to use the 3-8 cross. You can just make it the VWAP instead to give yourself more room. So we would bounce off VWAP. Then right here we make a lower high, which is troublesome, but we never breach VWAP. If you get in here, 67.65, if you're able to read all that, properly in the middle of the day, you'll be rewarded with this, SPY bounce, SPY rally, because it brought the stock with it. And let's see, 67.65, right here at the peak. It's a dollar move. Even if you took maybe this one, that's a 30-cent move, so not optimal. But it seems like if we just gap through the daily level that we set the alert on, we want to use the VWAP as something to retest, and not really the level that we set. And maybe today, just because SPY was up or rallied throughout the whole beginning of the day, it seems like a good trade. Yeah, so even if you get out here, make a new high, would have been a nice dollar move. And then at this point, when you get extended from the VWAP, then maybe you could use the 3-8 cross, because then at that point you want to keep your profits. So 665, and then over here 68.11, 68.10. So 50-cent move. That's good things to note that I never really thought about. We're not waiting for the pullback to this level anymore. We blew through it already. Now let's use an intraday kind of level using VWAP. But those are 3 trades that I had on alert, and they all followed through. Break of all-time high, break of downward sloping trend line, and break of horizontal resistance. All 3 of those would have worked out. Thank you guys for following along. Let me know if that was boring as shit. I think it was helpful for me. I'm trying to dig down deep into the intraday trades, and so I can execute these better instead of getting chopped out. Am I taking 3-8 crosses? Am I not taking it? You know what I mean? So just to kind of reiterate for myself, hopefully it's helpful for you. If we blow through the daily level that we set the alert on, use a different level as far as a pullback for your intraday entry. For example, blow through it on MRK or HSY, wait for the pullback to VWAP instead, because there's no guarantee that you're even going to test the same level. I would have missed, we're going to miss the whole trade. It depends on the market. Is the market going your way? Then you could go ahead and take the trade. Also, another thing that I just learned right now, if the stock is just grinding higher, use the 3.8 as your exit. But if you're so close to maybe VWAP or another level for support, maybe you don't have to use 3.8 as your exit, and you could just kind of lower the stop a little bit since there's VWAP right there, and that would have let me see more of the move on the last stock that we just did, which was Oxy. I already learned a couple things doing this shit, so appreciate you guys for watching. My bad for being MIA, but keep in mind I'm going to be posting a little bit less, maybe 3 times a week. If you have any ideas, as far as topics or reviews, let me know in the comments. Miss chopping it up with y'all. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Till next time. See ya.